Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to StarDrive 2 Research Tutorial. The research tutorial today is about how to research, what to research, and in what order. How do you research? Well, that's quite easy by these little guys with their white coats. These are you researchers. What can you do to ease their lives? Well, for one, take a bonus in the beginning. Second, go for artifacts. Artifacts give you +1 research throughout the empire. So for every one you have, you will get that bonus. Other things that might add to research are certain buildings, and other things that might add to research are heroes. There are actually heroes that multiply or that give you a special bonus to your research output in general. That brings us to what to research. There is the main research tree, which is this. There is the experimental research tree that has special developments or technologies. Some are race specific. For example, the Opteris get a technology that gives them 1 extra fighter. The Polyp has a special technology that gives them regrowing armor, and so on. They're different from race to race, and some are more useful than the others, and they're special project. For example, if you colonize a planet with an EM field, you get a special technology to research for EM field dissipation. This will only work if you have colonized the planet. If you're taking it from the enemy and he has colonized it, you will never get an ability to get off that thing. So if you see an enemy planet with an EM field or another thing that can only be dispatched by researching it, don't conquer it, destroy it, and colonize it, because otherwise you will never get rid of that EM field. The researchable technologies will appear here, and you can use a bar to send your research points there. Although if you want to fight the masters, they will come as soon as you meet one of their wormholes. They will become a special project to uncover or to solve the secret of this, but it costs 7,500 research points. That is a lot. Now there was the question about, is creativity broken? Creativity is a trait that allows you to not pick one of the technologies, but to pick all of them. I have that ability, that trait with this race at the moment. That means I must not choose between Research Lab, Imperial University, and Astrometic Lab. I can simply take all of them if I research that. Now some people think that is broken because they take sacrifice. They start throwing people into the pit, like this. You get research points for that. And then I only get Research Lab. How is that possible? Well, I will show you why. Same situation again. We have our scientists back, and we're trying to research all that. Here you can see in the left upper corner the research development. We put one of our guys here into the pit, and we have 36% research, right? Now I make turn, you see the numbers going up, 79, 88, 89, and 98, and that is something different. Whoa, Research Lab, Imperial University, and Astrometic Lab. Now how does that work? If you have the creativity trait, and you research a technology by putting people into pits, you will not get the technology, unless you only use the people to get close to completion of research, and then research the last 2 points, 3 points, 5 points, whatever, with your people. Then you will use creativity. That is because your god is not creative. Your god is a power-hungry maniac sitting on the floor of a big bad hole. And he will only give you one technology. If you use your people to research the technology, or the last part of the research of the technology, then you will get all of the technologies. That's how creativity really works, if you might have wondered. So is the question, what to research? If you are not creative, there is one technology you need 100% of the time, and that is xenosimulation. Most important technology if you're not creative, because that means every time you take an enemy planet, you're getting a technology for free from the enemy. Unless he has no technology that you don't have, then you will get nothing. But that is one of the most important, if not the important technology if you're not creative. So let's say you are creative. What is the most important technology then, and what is the second important technology for everyone else? Well, it's fusion engines, because that is the best engine in the game. You get it at tier 2 and it's simply the best engine that you can have. There is no better one than that, so go for it. You will get better starfighter weapons. You will get better fusion plants, power plants. You will never ever get any better engine than this. Third important technology, fighter base. Fighter base saves life. Fighter base is the single best weapon in the game. They can take down the master himself, the masters of Arena 2 ship in the end. This fighter base can do the job. Go for fighter base. And well, if you ask for it, fourth most important technology in my eyes is the Titan construction. Unless you're playing, for example, the Space Squid guys, these God Lovers, they have the smallest Titan ever. I think a telephone booth is bigger than their Titan. It's a small Titan, if something like that exists. That brings me to another thing. There are many technologies, if you're not creative, that compete to each other. Meaning, you can either have Titan construction, which is a must-have, or you can have Star Fortress, which is a must-have, or you can have Quantum Armor, which is a must-have. So what do? Well, you bite the bad apple, meaning you go for Titan construction and then say, okay, what is the second best armor? If I cannot get the best, I at least get the second best. And it's Ionium armor. Okay, then that is it. No wonder, no matter what's standing here, you go for that. Then you say, okay, I cannot have the Star Fortress. What is the second best? It's the battle station. Then, okay, forget about battleship construction. No remorse, because you will get Titan later on, and then this thing is outdated anyway. And you forget about Titanium armor, no problem, because you're going for the Ionium armor. Other example. Ship weapons for fighters. You say, oh, I use fighters a lot. I love fighters. Boris says fighters are the best. So I research ion beams, fusion beams, disruptor cannons, and phasers. No, you don't. Think of it. This thing gets outdated as soon as that is researched. That gets outdated as soon as this is researched. You skip those. You only go for disruptor cannons because they are the second best fighter weapons in the game, and they will be outdated only by the phases that you will take. So you only take this and that, and that's all. Don't research things that you are not using. That makes no sense. Go for the things that you need. Don't go for defensive flares, for example. No one uses that. Rail rifles, forget about them. They're useless. Where are the ground combat weapons? There were more. Wait a minute. Power armor, forget about all that. There is only one ground combat weapon you really need, and that is the heavy weapon. The rocket launcher. It's the best ground combat weapon you can have. Get this one and forget about all that fusion rifle, then do not know, rail rifle thingies. Forget about all them cleaves and ground combat armor and all that. Heavy weapons, and you're the king of the battlefield on the ground. That's all you need to know about ground combat battle. Rockets rule. As for the building stuff, you might see that there are different icons. This means it's a building. This means it's a technological advantage, which means you do not have to build anything. No ship, no building, nothing. You'll research that and you'll get the benefit for free. This means you will have to build a building to get any benefit. And this means it's a ship module. Build it in the ship and you'll get something for it in the ship. Same goes here. Shield means either armor or some kind of defensive mechanism. That is ground combat stuff. These are, of course, weapons. And I think that's all there. Well, this means it's a fighter weapon. So much for research. I hope it helped you a little. If you've got any questions, I told you my top 3 that you must have, then just ask and I will answer. Bye.